What's up, gang? Case here with our in-gym and at-home Metcon for Saturday, December 5th. This is our partner option. If you're doing the individual option today, check out the other video. Partner WOD today, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. One partner working at a time. Split the reps up however you and your partner prefer of alternating dumbbell snatch, sit-ups, and box jumps. Let's talk about that alternating dumbbell snatch to begin. Feet should be a little bit wider than hip width, toes straight forward. So we don't want toes pointed out on this. This is not a squat, this is a hinge, so we want those toes straight forward. Only need to touch the front head of that dumbbell, and then one of our focus points today is going to be getting our hips down. That's what helps us get our back flat as well as get that power out of our legs to bring that object to the top. These will be alternating today, so you can switch on the way down, or you're welcome to bring it down to the ground, then switch. If you're having trouble with your setup position, I'd recommend setting it down before you switch. As you start putting these together today, really two different options on these. These can be done as a muscle snatch, so once we drive through the ground, just stay stiff as that dumbbell comes to the top. Or they can be done as a true power snatch. If the weight is a bit heavier for you and you need a little more help, you can get under that object. That way you don't have to pull it as high. You're not having to use as much power off the ground, but it is going to move your cycle time up a little bit higher. I would recommend splitting those into roughly 10s today before you hand off to your partner. That should keep your work rate really high, as well as give you or your partner a decent amount of time to get a few deep breaths before you have to work again. Moving on to sit-ups. These can be bent knee, straight leg, or butterfly today. Same mechanics will still apply. As we roll to the ground, think about letting your low back touch this ab mat first. So it goes low back, mid back, upper back. And that way you're rolling down one vertebrae at a time, opposite on the way up. Upper back comes up first, then low, or then mid, then low. Another cue you can use here is after you touch the ground, throw your elbows towards your hips and crunch your ribs down to your belly button to help initiate that movement up off of the ground. At the top, I want you to be sure that you're getting the shoulder forward of your hips, especially in a partner WOD like this when people are really trying to push the pace. I see people kind of get away with reaching shallow on these sit-ups in order to get really fast reps. That's not a full rep. You need to get those shoulders forward of the hips, whether it's bent knee, straight leg, or butterfly. That's why it's good to pick out that target on the ground and always touch that target. And that way you know that you're getting that full range each time. Same thing on those. I'd recommend splitting those up into roughly 10s on the workout today. Finishing up with box jumps today. 24 prescribed height for men, 20 prescribed height for women. Whatever height you're jumping to today, you want to make sure that your hips are landing up above your knees, standing all the way at the top, getting your full foot up on the box, and then I would recommend stepping down versus jumping down. If you do those step downs, switch up your step down leg at some point of the workout just so you're not always stepping down with the same leg. Other mechanics here. Hip width on your start, hands go back, knees go wide, and then it's a single arm swing as you come to hip extension and jump. When you land, don't stomp your feet super hard, still landing soft, but shoulder width, so feet go out a little bit wider on that landing. On those, same deal. I'd recommend roughly 10 before you hand off to your partner. If you're doing this at home, you don't have an object to jump up to, you can do an object jump over. Doesn't need to be nearly high as the box jump because you're going to be tucking, probably clearing that object by a few more inches, and then also there's more impact on that land. So if you're doing a 20 or 24 inch box jump, you really only need to be jumping over probably a 12 to 14-inch object. Same mechanics apply there. Hip width, land shoulder width, soft, spin, and then resume. Your score today is your total time once you and your partner finish that last set of 10. Once again, you can split these up however you would like, but you got to get all 50 of each movement done, all 40, all 30, all 20, all 10. Then you'll look at that clock. This should give you the opportunity to keep the intensity pretty high today, being able to hand off with your partner frequently. So if your rep rates start to slow down at all, that's when you guys need to change the game plan and switch off maybe a bit quicker. So rep rate should stay very similar in that round of 50 as it does in that last round of 10. Good luck on today's Metcon, and we'll see you guys back on Monday for our performance week.